Sunday, September 8, 2013. This is Mercedes Diesel Guy, and this is the fuel tank out of a 1979 Mercedes 240 diesel. I want to use this in my 1983 Mercedes 240D project. The reason is, the original fuel tank that came with the 83 was a plastic tank, which are known sometimes to weep diesel at the seams on the plastic tank. However, this car, it came out of a car that was sitting in a field for 15 years with an almost empty tank. So, it's kind of nasty on the inside. So you can kind of see the bottom there. Originally I thought the tank was all rusty on the inside, but I think it's actually not so bad. I think most of what we're seeing down there is actually just accumulated crud. So, I want to clean this out. This is going to be kind of a generic procedure based on stuff that I've seen online. And we're going to see if it works. Pass or fail, you will see. So, what I did was I went to the store and I bought 2 gallons of apple cider vinegar, which is what I see a lot of people using to clean tanks. And I also have this little section of chain here. So, basically I'm going to fill the tank with the apple cider vinegar, put the chain in, slosh it around, let it sit for a while, and then pour it out and see what happens. But the first thing I have to do is actually block off all the entrance and exit points from the tank. Obviously I'm going to thread in the fuel sending unit again. But also on the bottom, I've got a couple of hose connections that I'm going to have to block off so the vinegar doesn't run out at the bottom. So I'm going to do that. So as you can see, I have blocked off the 3 connections at the bottom of the tank. And basically just used a short section of hose zip tied in place, and I blocked them off with bolts. Crude but effective. I've done this sort of thing before. So now I'm going to flip the tank over. I'm going to put in the chain and the vinegar, slosh it around a while, and then I will show you the results. Well, I know you can't see much of anything in there, but I know that I looked in here before and I could see a whole bunch of stuff that had been loosened up by the process, and I think it's just kind of settled down to the bottom again. So generally I think I'm pretty happy with the result. So what I'm going to do is actually pour the vinegar back into the bottles using some coffee filters to sift out the big stuff. That way I can use the vinegar again to derust some smaller parts before I throw it away. And then I'm going to take this fuel tank down to the car wash, power wash it inside and out. What I did today was I took the tank over to the car wash and I used the pressure washer there to clean out the inside of the tank. The outside too. I mean, you can see it's all clean now. It's all full of mouse droppings on the top beforehand. Let me see if I can show you the inside here. It's kind of really hard to see, but I wish I could show you better than this. Okay, it's a little better. But you got to take my word that when I was down at the car wash, I got all sorts of just nasty accumulated stuff out of the tank. So at this point I do feel confident in using it in the 83. So obviously I need to let it dry, but it'll have plenty of time to do that before I get around to installing it. So this is Mercedes Diesel Guy, and that is one way to clean out the diesel tank of a Mercedes diesel. So have a good day.